I hate the lady in here. Good evening. Since I put up the video last night and, was sitting up here in my den, which you can see, I'm still in the den. It's the 17th. We got about 6 inches of snow last night, so, but, I'm kind of doing a backwards panoramic here. Anyway, there was a request to see some of the things that I had sitting here in the den, so that's what we're going to do. So let me flip this thing and we'll go from there. Okay, this is the larger model collection. These here are 1/18. The bigger ones are 1/18 scale. The motorcycle is actually 1/9, 1:9. And then, of course, down on the bottom here, you've got some older Matchbox cars and other things that I've just kind of held off and put off to the side. But originally, the convertible 57 Chevy and the motorcycle belonged to my dad. And then I got the other ones when I was, for a couple birthdays, and I think one of them was actually a Christmas present. You've got a, well, on the right side? Yeah, on the right side of the screen you've got two 57 Chevys. One's a convertible, one isn't. On top of that is an old metal truck. I don't know where that came from. It says Hanover brands on it. I don't know if that was something my father got for me or if it was something my grandfather got for me. But either way. And then on this side, we've got, on the lower, we got a convertible Pontiac GTO. I believe that is a, hold on a second here. 1965, there we go. It's 1965. On top of that is a 1962 Chevy Bel Air. And then, of course, up top you got yourself a Fat Boy Harley Davidson. And like I said, down the bottom here, you just got various Matchbox cars. Actually, this truck I actually bought when I was up at Strasburg, when I was like 12 years old, I think it was. It goes to show you how long I've had that. Anyway, now over to the other side, the NASCAR side. I guess we'll start over here to the left. You've got the Dale Earnhardt Sr. number 3 for the 1996 Olympics, and then the car that obviously he drove years ago, and the one that Junior drove in the what's now the Xfinity Series a couple of years ago. Got Mark Martin's number 6 Valvoline. I've got a bunch of, I was a big Dale Earnhardt Sr. fan, so I've got a lot of his stuff. So you got a couple more pieces up top, and of course you got Jay Sauter in the number 3 Good Wrench truck. Of course, this here I believe was Jimmy Spencer, this rig. That's in 1/64th scale. Most of this stuff is in 1/64th, or I think the bigger models are 1/24. But of course, in the darkness over here, you've got Richard Petty's 43, Jimmy Johnson when he was with in a 92 car, Jeremy Mayfield's number 12. I forgot who drove the 55, but that one there was painted up for Aerosmith. Another one of my pastimes, I guess. I like music. I don't play music, and I can't sing, so don't ask me that. The 45 car, I actually picked that up at KB Toy and Hobby years ago, and you can still see off to the side the price. It was $7. It's actually painted up for Adam Petty. So that's one of the reasons why I'm holding on to that one. The number 52 behind Matt Kenseth's 17 here. That's the number 52 for Donnie Newenberg. It was I believe that was Xfinity, well, Nationwide Series. And of course the DeWalt 17 there. It's funny because the 17 down here is different than the 17 up there. The 17 down here is a Chevy. That's a Ford. And the reason being is this is when he was in the Nationwide Series. That's when he was in the Sprint Cup. So, and of course, know that 18 is not Bobby Labonte. That's actually Dale Jarrett. And we've got I don't know if this was Newman. Yeah, this one's Newman. The 12 car out front. And of course, you got Craig Biffle's 16. And then, of course, the 45 over here. That one there, I think, was Kyle Petty's 45. But that's the collections that I've got sitting up here. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about what's up top here. This here is a 2-car set. One of them is blue, the other one's gold. For Bill Elliott when he was driving the 94 car. There is obviously you can see that there is a truck for Memorial Stadium when the Orioles moved from Memorial Stadium now down to Camden Yards. This is not the Super Bowl car, but it is part of the Mantua NFL set to a point. It was an extra car for the teams that hadn't won a Super Bowl, and at the time that car was made, they hadn't won a Super Bowl, and this was right before Mantua Industries went out of business. This actually came from my uncle, who actually passed away, unfortunately, last year. While he was over in Germany, he picked it up for me. So that model is probably a good 35 years old, I believe. But, and of course, there's just some other things floating around. Like I said, I've got bowling trophies. Actually, mine and my wife's bowling trophies are in here. We bowl on the same team. We actually won the league championship 4 years in a row. The team that we're on. So with that, every year that he gave out a mug, and there was a guy that actually drew up mugs, and as you can see, he's a pretty good artist. So let me flip this thing back around. Alright, as I'm sitting down, or trying to sit down. Alright, anyway, that was basically it. So, since this is a non-railroad related video, I'm not going to do the normal sign-off thing, but, you know, if you like the video, leave a comment, like it, leave a comment. You know, still same deal, subscriptions are great. So, you all have a good evening.